license is. I've seen multiple moments of indecisiveness. I got scars on my back that resemble tiger slits. When it's all said and done, I'll be one of the greatest you know. The only one left like a by the Uno. But who knows what the future holds. My moving stupid. Most of you do it for the internet, and I'm not into that. And that's the disconnect. Comparing me to these rappers is disrespect. Who's the best MC? Cole, Kendrick, and me?
Legends on 3, 2, 1.
That's on Kodak.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Kirk Cousins. Solid performance a week ago. Throwing.
Two teams each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here the Vikings set to go to work, and they're led by the leading passer in the NFC a season ago. Now in his 12th year, 6th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Cousins now. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play fake. Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 2. Fournette on the counter. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 sets, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
1st down. Here's Cousins. Open man is Osborne. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Vikings.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing, Cousins. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And he wisely will throw that one away. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
So here are the Panthers set to take over for the first time, and Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Nice run from Sanders to accomplish a couple of long-awaited firsts last season in Philadelphia. Finally broke 1,000 yards and had 11 touchdowns to help reach his first Pro Bowl.
Sanders shaking and baking. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The numbers for Sanders last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Second down, Young. And this one complete to Smith. 7 yards there at a first down. The Panthers are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot. Find a way to win some games and keep moving forward.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Young to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. A 33-yarder from the left hash. This is up and good from Pinheiro, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now Cousins. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. How can they come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down?
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Osborne. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Minnesota.
To the air again, it's Cousins. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a stoppage for the injury, and that's Leonard Fournette, who's going to get some medical attention, so hold everything here. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Cousins. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Young throw complete there to Thomas. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. From the 21, here's 2nd and 5. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is Cousins. And he'll get that to Fournette complete. And he will have a Vikings first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Osborne. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. To throw is Cousins. He'll find Osborne here. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Cousins throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Dumps it off to Fournette. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw again. Cousins. He has his target. It's Addison. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cousins. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
3rd and goal for Cousins. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Blankenship's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders to about the 35, 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Young on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. They go play action. Cousins. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They go play action. Young. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Young will set to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On play action, Cousins. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Vikings 1st down.
Cousins now. Throw caught there by Osborne. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Rather quietly, Osborne has become a relied-upon presence in Minnesota. 650 yards each of the last 2 seasons, due for an even bigger role for them in 2023.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Fournette running out of the gun. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
What an advantage having a lead guy to build a defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now
The easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Young to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Pass caught here by Osborne.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
From the 38 now. Here's 2nd and 2.
Slot man moves right. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins.
This is caught by Addison.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Cousins to throw it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a throw here, hauled in. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Cousins. This one caught over the middle. It's Oliver, the tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. To the air again, it's Cousins.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Throwing is Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! Josh Oliver, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Young now.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
So the completion gets him just a yard. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Young from the shotgun.
Able to complete this to Shenault. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Here's Young. He's able to find Melton. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Young's throw taken in by Chark.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now 1st and goal. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. Touchdown, Panthers. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Viking first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
And they take a knee. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Cousins is going to take this one down to a knee and end it.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for the Vikings, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will.
Why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man, then black is teasing with my panthers. Pretty girl, she think I'm handsome, just coasting through these mantras.